or good night, depending on what time you are watching this. What is up? Today, I don't really have anything planned exciting, which honestly, when do I ever, but I still make vlogs. But anyway, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I'm going to be filming a frequently asked questions vlog. I guess it's kind of like a Q&A, but not really. I'm not answering questions that I've been asked. These are just like general questions. First, I'm going to share with you guys my new schedule. So I decided that every Tuesday I'm going to do like half of a vlog and then half of like a Q&A, because I always get so many questions. I figured if I just start doing a Q&A once a week, then I won't have to do one big one every once in a while. But I still might do like a big one like once every 1 to 2 months or something, because you guys really like Q&As. And then on Thursdays I will continue to make Thursday videos where I just sit down, challenges, whatever it is I decide to do on that day. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into these questions. So my first most asked question is, what camera do I use, and is it the best vlog camera? I use the Canon G7X Mark II, and I don't know if it's the best vlog camera because it's the only thing I've ever used. I had the Mark I and then I had the Mark II. The only thing I don't like about the Mark II is that the screen has these screws in it and it comes off. I don't know how to explain it, but I have to tighten the screws every once in a while, and it gets really annoying when it starts being loose and wobbly. But other than that, I love it. It picks up audio good quality. I think it's fine. And I also use a GorillaPod that I just bought at Walmart, so simple enough. The next couple questions all kind of go together, and it's how did I start vlogging? Why did I start vlogging? That type of stuff. So originally, let's see, it was 2015. It's probably August when I decided I was going to start vlogging. My brother was in town and we were hanging out, and he was like, "Sid, you're pretty funny on Snapchat." And I was like, "Psh, I know," because I have long stories all the time. Just kidding, I wasn't that cocky. I was just kind of okay. And he was like, "You should start vlogging." And I was like, "What the heck is a vlog?" So he showed me a couple videos and I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool, but that's way too much commitment. I could never do that. I don't commit to anything. If you knew me back then, I literally couldn't commit to anything." And he was like, "I mean, why not? You don't do anything else and you want to make videos, but you don't know what to make them." And I was like, "Okay, you're right. I've always liked making videos." So we talked about cameras and we found the Canon G7X Mark I at the time. And I was like, okay, so I just bought it. And I'd always been saving up my money since I was little. And I was like, everyone kept asking, "Why are you saving your money? Why don't you just spend it on fun things?" And I was like, there might be a time when I want to buy something. And it came in handy. So save up. Yes, save money. Because then I could buy my camera, and I got started right away. So my camera came in September 8th, and I made my first vlog. And it was really bad. And my vlogs were really bad for about almost basically the first year. They were just really bad. And a lot of people ask how I grew so fast or whatever, all those type of questions, and how I really got started. So my answer for how I got started is I just did it. And there's really no other way to say it. That is as simple as it gets. You just have to start. There isn't a certain thing you have to do. You just post them. You just post these videos and share them with people and be confident and keep going with it. That's how you start. And how I got big is I stayed with it. I didn't quit. I wanted to quit after a month, and I was like, I can't do this any longer. And most vloggers I see do quit after a month because it's hard. It is hard work. And it may not seem hard. It may seem easy. You just post a video every day. No big deal. It is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Some days I sit down and I just want to go to bed, but I stay up 2 more hours because I know that this is what I decided to do, and I want to vlog, I want to post my video, And it's hard. It is. But I stayed with it, and after about 1.5 years, it started picking up slack. I was actually about after a year, and then after a year and a couple months, that's when I over Christmas break just kind of blew up, and now I almost have 90,000 subscribers, which is insane. But my advice to you guys is to stick with it, and also to be very unique. When I first started, I was very copycatty, mostly of Casey Neistat, and then I was no one's gonna watch my video if it's the exact same as his. So I started doing my own thing. The like slow motion artsy stuff along with like funny stuff is kind of my style, I guess. And I just kept going. I don't really know how else to explain. Another question I get asked a lot is who my family is. Everyone's so confused, and I keep saying I'm gonna make a family video, and I will, but I keep putting it off. I'm going to do it, I promise. It'll be soon. But a quick summary. I have a stepmom and a dad is who I live with, and I see my mom like once or twice a week. And then I have 6 siblings, 4 of them are step, 3 of them, including myself, are real. So there's just a nice little summary. And I have a dog named Timber. And everyone asks what my cat's name is. My cat's name is Crew. I guess I don't really put him in as much as I used to, but I used to always be like, oh, hi Crew, like every day. Another question I get asked is how old I am. I am currently 15 years old, but my birthday is February 26th, and I will be turning 16, so I'll get my license. But my birthday's on a Sunday, so I'll get my license the day after my birthday. Yeah. I also get asked all the time about what people at school think about me, and if when I first started people like bullied me or anything. And I know it's going to be different for a lot of people. I know a lot of YouTubers will talk about how they got bullied and stuff, but for me, I didn't. I don't really talk to people at school, honestly. Like, I talk to people if they talk to me, and I know people from school are gonna watch this and be like, oh, okay, but you know, it's whatever. I just I keep to myself, and Paige and Annabelle are my best friends, and that's pretty much the only people I talk to all the time at school. So at first, people at school didn't really care. Actually, I'm pretty sure a lot of people watched them. Like, no one really said anything about it. I know there's a couple people that would watch them all the time, but like no one like said anything bad about him. They thought it was cool, honest. I'm pretty sure, like, I'm English. Ugh. But now that I have a lot of subscribers, I do have a lot more people coming up to me and trying to be friends with me and stuff like that. Just like, you know, the stuff you would expect when you like get a following. But as far as like just starting and being scared to because of what people at school think, my advice is that if you start and you become successful, then it's not gonna matter if people said stupid things to you for a few months when everyone's gonna graduate and you're gonna be successful and everyone else is gonna wish that they were as successful as you. Because to get to a really high point in life and to be successful, you're gonna have to go through low points as well. And if some of those low points are people at school making fun of you, then it's worth it for you to be successful. But it's all about what you can tolerate, because if you can't handle people being mean to you sometimes because of it, then it's not gonna be worth it, because it's just gonna hurt you on the inside more. So for me, if people would have been mean to me at the beginning, I literally wouldn't have cared, because my freshman year, I literally did not talk to anyone at school, and I could have cared less what people thought about me. And I know that it was all worth it, people like judging me or whatever, because now I am successful and it was all worth it. And that's really what I have to say, is success is worth everything that comes with it. The hard trials you go through to be successful is totally worth it. Now here's another common question. How do I talk to the camera, and how do I have my camera out in public? Practice. Practice, 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 lots of practice. And by practice, I mean I made a video every day. And at first, I could not talk to the camera, and now my camera is like my best friend, and I feel like if I get bored, I can just talk to my camera and it's all good. I don't care what people think in public or at my house or whatever. And when I am in public, literally the only like thing people have said to me when I have my camera out in public is, are you into photography? And I'm like, first of all, does this look like a camera you would take pictures with? It's so tiny, no. But I'll be like, no, I make a video every day. And they'll be like, oh, that's cool. Like, or just kind of like, oh, okay. And then I'll tell them my YouTube channel, and then usually they'll go watch it, or maybe they won't, and I don't really care what they have to say. But you know, sometimes it works out really good. I've had lots of people talk to me, and then they go watch my channel, and then I see them comment on my videos, and now they're like a fan. But other times, you know, they probably don't even check out my channel, and it really doesn't matter, because you're never going to see those people again, and you just have to get that in your head. You're never going to see them again, or if you do, by some chance, they won't remember you or whatever. You know, it really doesn't matter. People in public do not matter when it comes to judging you for making videos. The hardest times I've had for vlogging in public is just when I'm around a lot of people my own age. When there's people older or younger, it really doesn't affect me, but when it's a bunch of people I don't know my own age, then I'm just like, yeah, I have a YouTube channel, and they're like, oh wow, okay, like, okay, and then they find out I have a lot of subscribers, and then they want to be friends, and then I'm like, what the heck? So once again, confidence is key. That's all I have to say. If you're confident, you can do anything. Okay, I feel like I'm just rambling on about this topic, so on to the next one. And it is about my hair. How do I get my hair to look like it does? Well, I honestly don't know what to say because I was born with it. It took me like 4 years to grow it out to be this long from like this short, so you know, that length took me like 4 years. And I brush every day or every 3 days, or sometimes after a week I'll brush it. So I really don't treat my hair with as much care as I should. Shampoo and conditioner it every 2 to 3 days. Yeah. And a lot of people are freaking out because I want to dye my hair like this weekend. But my hair's already dyed. This is not my natural hair. I've dyed it 3 times? 2 times? I don't know. I've dyed it before, so it's okay. Just trying something new. And I think this is about the last question I'm going to answer. How do I balance school, play, and vlog? Okay, let me tell ya, I don't sleep. It is hard, and I don't sleep. But I barely ever have homework, and even if I do, we have what's called chief time Monday through Thursdays. It's like 30 minutes to do your homework, and I take that time and do it. Our classes are an hour and a half long, so usually there's time in there to do my homework. So I never have actually homework at home. And as far as friends go, obviously I just film everything when I'm with my friends. But sometimes, you know, we want to stay out a little bit later, which means that I'm going to be staying up even later. If I get back at 7 and I start editing at like 8, then I'll be done around like 10. But if we get back at 8 or 9, I won't be done till like 10, 11, 12, you know, so it's really just like sacrifice of time with friends versus sleep. And yeah, I kind of gave up the whole sleeping life when I decided to start vlogging, honestly. So yeah, it's hard, but it's worth it. It's fun. I feel like I'm just rambling on now, and honestly I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. So subscribe if you're new. My social English, awesome. My social media is down below. I will see you guys tomorrow, and I will be vlogging tomorrow. I will start my mini Q&As next week. So, peace.